beginning so supportive. I met her first when Chris was sworn in as the ambassador to Libya, and it was just wonderful to hear the admirable words that she had for Chris and his work and his courage. And then when we met again after Chris had been killed, she was almost like a family member. She felt so terrible along with us. We really, really mourned together. I know she cares a lot, and that State Department is like a big family, and she is really done everything she can to help ease the pain for us.
And I know that you were extremely close to him. We've heard so much about him as a dedicated diplomat and someone who loved the people he lived among. What was he like, though, to you as a brother?
He was a mentor. He was so inspiring. He was always encouraging me and my other brother and sister to travel, to learn languages, to play tennis, to excel at everything we did.
This question, she's the most confident. She clearly
set a high bar for our family and inspired us.
And I know that you were the first to get the call when he was killed. I can't imagine what that must have been like. I know, and of course you knew he was in a dangerous place, but was that a call that you ever really thought could come?
Did you ever think you'd get the call
of course, it has been in the backs of our minds ever since he took his first State Department assignment in the Middle East. We knew that it was a dangerous place. But the importance of the work he was doing and the courage that he showed swept us along. And we did not think about it a lot.
Yeah. Well, in the months leading up to the attacks, and I know, of course, this is something that's painful to hear and probably something you don't like to talk about, but, you know, there was an IED that had blown up outside the consulate a few months before. There were other security incidents. Had he ever talked to you about that? Did he have any fears that he shared with you?
He was a realist. He recognized fully the dangers in not only in Libya, but previously in Israel, where he had served. And he was very well prepared by the State Department to minimize the danger as much as possible.
He requested for 3 months.
In the weeks before the attack, one thing that had stood out to me, and was some of the Libyans guarding the consulate said they had been warned, they had been told by their family members to quit because there was an impending attack. And I know that you and your family weren't aware of that at the time, but when you heard that, how did that make you feel?
How did it make you feel?
I have confidence in the State Department to do what they need to do at the time. They have the most information. They have much more information than I will ever have, and they feel very strongly that they want to protect their own people, and they do everything they can to do that. Nothing is 100%. You cannot eliminate the danger entirely.
Obviously, your brother's death has become political, and that has got to be one of the most awful and frustrating things for you. Do you think anything good can come out of that, given that there are all these investigations and all these people who are trying to find the truth, or do you think that's going to hurt the search for the truth?
Is this going to help?
I don't think all the extra investigations are going to benefit anybody. What's benefiting people are all of the other organizations and individuals who are looking at Chris as a role model and looking at his work and his form of diplomacy as something to strive for, and continuing to do this good work in Libya and other countries. That's the positive that's coming out of this.
Well, certainly he's become a hero for so many during this. I know you also met today with the National Security Advisor, Ben Rhodes, when you met with President Obama. Did you talk at all about other questions that you, the family, still want answered?
Do you have any other questions for the President?
We talked mostly about the importance of continuing on-the-ground work, especially in Libya and in other countries. And we talked about the Peace Corps volunteers, present volunteers, and also returned volunteers who want to do something to honor Chris's work, and how we may promote educational activities and other activities that will increase cross-cultural understanding, and Mr. Rhodes was very supportive of these ideas.
I'm sure he was really appreciative. You're taking the time. It sounds like such a wonderful family. Anne, thank you very much.